Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here.
And Debbie.
We are in Utah this morning, in the middle of nowhere.
Absolutely.
In fact, we were on the interstate maybe an hour ago, and it said for the next 100 miles, no services. That's in the middle of nowhere. Nonetheless, we have found our way here to Goblin Valley State Park. I have seen pictures of Goblin Valley, and of course, as most things we have found in Utah, is rocks.
Rocks, mountains.
Mountains and rocks and desert.
Yep.
There's nothing else here. Anyway, we're going to show you what's in Goblin Valley and what makes Goblin Valley so
unique
and why you may want to come here. And we'll get started right after this station identification. There are the goblins, and that is a different type of rock formation than we have seen, that's for sure. This is the Three Sisters Trail. I think Debbie's decided she's going to put some shoes on. Kind of hard to tell where the trail is. What we're walking on is a combination of rock and sand. It's pretty hard packed. So Debbie, we've got you on another hike. This hike's across the desert.
it is.
This is supposed to be one of the most popular formations in Goblin Valley. This is called the Three Sisters. And of course, they're goblins. So there's three sisters there. I don't know who that is off to the left, but he looks kind of menacing. You can make it out from here. It looks like he's got a long nose coming right down his face there. During the Jurassic period, 140 to 170 million years ago, this area was on the edge of a shallow inland sea. Tidal deposits of sand, silt, and clay sediment were left here. Over millions of years, these distinct layers hardened to become the sandstone, siltstones, and shell layers of the Entrada Sandstone Formation. To get into the Valley of Goblins, there's a series of steps that you go down. Debbie's doing good so far.
I gotta go back up.
Yeah, and there's handrails, and you gotta be careful. And we have reached the bottom of the steps, and here are the goblins. They'll be, I guess, around anywhere from 8 to 10 foot tall, some a little taller. But wow, look at them. This looks like something from a science fiction movie. We have landed here on an uncharted planet. As I said a while ago when I was down in the canyon that it looked like an alien planet. Well, actually it was. It was site of the rock monster in one of the campy scenes, Galaxy Quest, starred Tim Allen. And I could see where those, they call them hoodoos, would come to life and form a rock monster. Also, it was the site of several other movies as well. There are a lot of hikes here, some for miles and miles, and you see all kinds of different formations. I'm just doing a little short one just to get an overview of all of it. As you get down in there, they get even more. This is entirely different than anything that we have seen on this trip. Pretty cool, don't you think? I'm noticing these footprints. What I'm walking on, if you look, it is hard, but these footprints, they're old. So apparently, when it rains, if you walk out here, it's a muddy mess. They kind of look like toadstools. Look at this one. This one does look like a goblin. See him on the left? His little arm sticking out. His little mushroom head. And I don't guess it maybe his mouth. And then next to him, looks like perhaps that's his dad. Big nose. So crazy. I've got a vivid imagination. Look at this. This is an arch. You can actually get yourself lost up in here. Goblin Valley State Park, Utah. Debbie?
It's very unusual, but I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I hiked down into the canyon a good bit. It's very hot down there.
To me, they're easier to see than up at the top than they are down in the valley floor.
Yeah, but she didn't go down there, so she didn't know what you missed. So
I did go down to the valley.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to watch the video to see some really cool stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I saw a window.
Oh.
And I saw an arch in a goblin.
Oh, lots of goblins.
Yeah. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give us a big old thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and don't forget to click that bell so you'll be notified every time we put a video out, which is always on Mondays and Fridays and sometimes in between. But for now,
y'all have a good day.
Y'all have one, okay?